Hey guys, this is John, and I'm playing M. Weston, a Israeli IM, rated 2463 in the 5-minute pool. Let's go knight c3. I'll go knight f3 this time. Flexible move on move 4. We've seen this line before.
Check.
This looks familiar. He's playing it in a new way. Slightly new way. Attacking c3 a couple times. I'd hate to have to play the move bishop d2 here, so I think I will play queen to d3. Yeah, and if knight e4, I think I can. I think I can just play bishop g2. So that's what we'll be going for. It's castle now. Plays queen a6. Okay, so his idea is bishop e4. Bishop e4 in order to force our queen away, and then grab the c4 pawn potentially. I can play d5. Now, what's going on after d5? d5 take, and then maybe knight h4? Looks very interesting. Looks kind of cool. Let's try it. My thought process is, this might be kind of silly actually now that I think about it, but after take and then knight h4, his f5 square is weak. And if he grabs on c4, I can check on e3. And I think I have an initiative. At the very least, I have quite a bit of pressure. He can castle right now, though, if he just wants a safe move. This is going to get complex, though. I like introducing some complications when he was a little bit ahead on the clock already. So now he has, somewhat of a difficult decision. He castles. I think I should just play knight f5. And just keep developing. Keep going for an attack. So knight f5 and then maybe bishop g5 or even bishop h6 is a possibility. Hold on to your seats. This could get wild, guys. I like the fact that knight c6 will always interfere with his coordination on the diagonal. So he does take on c4. Now I have to figure out the best square for my queen, because I want to go queen e3 to g5. This is just too crude to play queen e3 right now, though. I don't think so. Let's just do it. Yeah, but if you do that, I can go here, right? Okay, so my thinking is queen g5. But he has knight e8. Forgot about knight e8 as a possible defense. Queen g5, g6 would be really nice for me. But queen g5, knight e8. What do I do against that? Wow. I could also play knight takes g7 here. That would be very interesting. Knight takes g7. Let's do that. It's going to get wild. It already is wild. So he just took my bishop, and I just responded by taking his pawn. I just didn't like that if queen g5, he could play knight e8. Really didn't like that. So now I have the idea of queen g5 again. He does have knight e4 as a defense, though, if I do that. So actually, I think my main idea is just to move the knight back. Move it back to f5. Therefore, maybe bishop h3 is a good move for him here. I could see that being the case. But if bishop h3, I have queen h6. Okay, so he's going to try to stick his bishop on g6, I think is his plan. Yeah, but don't I have queen g5 still? Queen g5, bishop g6, take on f6, b5 maybe is his idea. I can play knight h5 here too. Boy, this is complicated. Let's go here. Yep. Pretty sure I see his idea. Knight f5, he has b5. That's what he's going to go for. Oh, I'd hate to have to trade queens. That would just be the worst. Alright, let's do it though. Now I can play queen h4 maybe. And if he takes, I have bishop h6. At least. Is my attack running out of steam though? We'll see. King takes g7, bishop h6, king g8. I really want to play queen f6. I can't do it
Check.
though. Cannot do it. Let's go a4, huh? b4 is probably a good reply though. No, it does not do that. Yeah, but what about this move now? No, maybe not. Let's go here. I was going to play b6, but he can go a6 or a5. Weird position. Can I just take this? No, I can't. Can't do that. So he's going to go knight d7 now. Okay, let's just do that. Knight can come to b6. Yep. Let's bring this guy over here. Yeah, he's defending very well now. Running out of ways to pressure him. I might have to bring my bishop back to e3. That'd be totally lame, but might be forced. At least I'm causing him to take some time. I think this guy's pretty fast, though. Just the way he's playing, I get the sense that he's a good speed player. What's he thinking about? I know I've got him under a little pressure, but I'm surprised he's thinking this much. Yeah, let's just go... Let's go here. Letting him take there if he wishes. Go after his knight. Okay.
Time warning.
Let's say this. I'm really weakening my light squares by doing this. Oh my gosh. This is awful. Yeah, I gotta be like almost done for. Let's try to blitz him out though. Wow, you let me do that?
Check.
Wow. Oh, that's because he can just take... Really?
Check.
Take. I can't believe I'm winning this right now.
Check.
Cannot believe I'm winning this.
Check.
Wow. That was the luckiest thing ever. That was an absolute luck box of a game at the end. Let's go back, because he had just a simple way to win. When his bishop was on e4, he could have taken on a8. Right here.
Check.
Just rook takes a8 over. He didn't see that his bishop protects that square. And by some miracle, I managed to like win his minor pieces and then stop his pawns. This cost me a little time trying to calculate it. A few seconds. At first I was going to play rook d7, but that would have been bad because of that move. So rook b1 is necessary. Although, wow, can he play f5 check in this position?
Check.
I believe he can. What's going on then? Because then that forces my king away. So if here, then c3. But I have this. And if here, I have this timely check. And then I win this and win the game. Stop his pawns. Huh. I mean, this ending actually would be pretty interesting. Assuming that knight e4, king f3, d3 loses for him. Yeah, because actually he's winning.
Check.
If he had played c3. Aha. His c3 is much better because take allows c2 and I can't stop that pawn. Is d3 a double question mark move? Yes, it is. That loses. Yeah, thanks to rook b1. Let me stop all his pawns. And then my next task was just to get rid of his remaining pawns in time pressure. Thanks to a lot of pre-moving.
Check.
And then somehow flagging him. Well, let's take a look at the middle game, especially if you can call it a middle game. It just got pretty sharp. This is an interesting idea, queen a6. This is pretty direct when he does this. So he's intending to play bishop e4, like I was saying. And this pawn will be weak. He may not take that pawn right away because it might be too dangerous. But no doubt, like long term, he's planning on winning that guy. So I played this move d5 in reply. Computer says taking is also pretty good. So if take and take, bishop g5. White should play to open lines. Because I have the bishop pair, my structure is worse. So the worst thing you can do in these types of Nimzo positions, if you're white, is agree to play a slower game where you're not opening the position. So you need to look for pawn breaks. You need to look for ways to increase the scope of your bishops and compensate for your worse pawn structure. So d5 take. I could have played queen e3 directly.
Check.
Didn't think about that. I was just very fixated on this idea because this is an idea I'm borrowing from a couple other Nimzo lines. To be completely honest, when I went for this idea originally, I forgot that he could just take here if he wanted at certain points because for some reason I didn't think his queen was defending the bishop as well. But like here, I thought that like if we had gone down this line that I would just be winning by doing that. But that's nonsense because he can just take. That said, it looks like castles is his best move. And then knight f5. It just felt like I had enough play. Take queen d6 was good. Why is that? So if okay. So if queen d6, then there's like I was thinking knight e7. But the computer finds an even better move. Wow, bishop takes h6. And he's mated. Either I win f8. Or if he does something to defend the rook, I take here, and it's just mate next move. I mean, I feel like I'm playing this position like Kasparov would or something. I'm just trying to, like, use my... I think Kasparov had a famous quote that he said, if I get my knight to f5, no one can beat me. Or no one can stop me. So, he was referring to positions like this, where you get a knight on f5 attacking your opponent's king. I think the combination of my queen, knight, and dark square bishop, those are the key players in this attack. Not the light square bishop so much, especially since he takes it next move. But the queen, knight, and dark square bishop, that should be enough to create some serious threats around his king. It'd be nice if I had some pawn support. But, yeah, this queen d6 move would have been really nice. And I'm threatened just all sorts of stuff. The knight h6 move's a huge threat. In some cases, knight e7, king h8, knight g6 might be good. Knight takes g7 might be good. I did this because I was trying to get the queen to g5. Okay, so apparently this was still a good move, but I thought this was defending for him. I didn't see a mate in 4. Ah, queen e7. Looks like I underestimated the attack on his rook in various positions. Yeah, this mates. If here, just
checkmate.
Good old smothered mate. Yep, because I rejected queen g5 at this moment, specifically because of knight e8. I didn't see a follow-up after that. I saw knight h6, but I saw he would just slide. Did not see queen e7. Queen e7 is a really nice move. See how weak he is on the dark squares? And how, with his queen sidelined over here, I just have this initiative that's hard for him to quell once I get my pieces going. Like, this bishop hardly matters. Bishop on g2. For white or black. I guess it mattered for black because he found a clever defensive resource with this bishop e4 move. Man, queen g5 would have been nice. So I guess he has to do this then. And now my best bet would just be to take. I would think even this is good. He can bring the bishop back. Yep, if I knew that knight e8 was not possible, I for sure 100% would have gone for queen g5. Like, one other line that I think I mentioned in the game is that if this, I can just take on f6, threatening mate on g7. If he takes, I play bishop h6 and game over, Red Rover. Queen g7. So, instead, I got fancy with knight takes g7. He correctly did not take it. If he takes, it's just a loss. Just exactly like how I showed you guys. Here, check. Here, take. Here, here. G7 mate incoming. He can't really allow any scenario where my queen and bishop get coordinated against his king. So he did this, I went here, and then this. Yeah, that was a timely defense. And then b5. If not for that b5 move, I have such a good position still. But b5, now the threat of the queen trade saves the day for him. I mean, I saw that coming when he played bishop e4. I just didn't really see any other strong thing to do, because if I don't win the piece back and I don't mate him, I'm busted. I have to do one of those two. I gotta win the piece back or mate him. Otherwise I'm losing. Queen h4. I guess I should have played bishop h6 and maybe taken the rook, but... Or f4. I think I considered f4 briefly, but didn't do it. f4 in order to go f5. Computer's suggesting I do this, and then e4. Whoops. e4. Because his king is a little naked at the moment. Unclear position, but in black's favor, potentially. I think in a blitz game, anything could happen there. Instead, I tried to keep my dark square bishop, because I still had it in my head that this was such a valuable piece. Yeah, I thought he should go b4 now. I thought that would have been good. Granted, it does allow me, if this happens, to play queen d4, though, so maybe that's why he rejected this. And then if f6, I can check and go win the rook, which even that is apparently not so bad for him. Wild game. Very wild game. And he was at all times defending the f6 square, making sure I never got queen f6 in. You know what really helped me? Is the fact that when I did this move, he thought for like a minute. Maybe not quite that long, but he thought for a long time. Yeah, he did think for a minute, a full minute on queen e5. I don't know why, because like, is this position really that difficult for black? I thought he had multiple good moves. I mean, he's -4, and he's not getting mated right now, so he must have multiple good moves. But that minute think, that caught me up on time. Like, we're nearly even after that. And my position didn't get any better, but the more I can get to a position where the clock matters, the less and less significant his time advantage becomes. Okay, e3 was just horrible because it weakened my light squares completely, but I honestly didn't know what to do with 26 seconds left on my clock. And after knight e5, like, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous that I somehow saved this game. I just lost in so many ways, but yeah, King G7 would have been fine here. Then Rook A8's not possible.
Check.
I just got lucky that he forgot that he could play, or didn't see that he could play Rook takes A8. So, and you guys saw the rest. Crazy, crazy game. Another really fun one. I know some of you guys have been saying I got to play more aggressive, and there's been some people rooting for more gambits on the channel. So when I play games like this, I'm thinking that's not such a bad strategy. Play a dynamic opening, make a potentially dubious sacrifice. Although in this case it looks justified, and flag your opponents in a crazy time scramble. It's the key to success in Blitz. All right, well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more videos. Bye, guys.